Tuesday Tarot with Tovah. I'm Tovah. So welcome. It's been a little while since I've done a live. Unfortunately, I don't have my microphone today, so you'll just have to go with whatever you can hear. I hope you can hear me well. I hope you can hear and understand me. Today we're just going to do a short little live. Whoever hears it is whoever hears it. We're going to work with the um, Energy Oracle, clarify with the Osho Zen, and clarify further with the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Okay, we're going to give everything a shuffle. I'm just at my office today, and there are other people in the office today as well. If you are interested in booking a personal reading, I do that. You can find information on that in my profile. You can go to my Linktree. That's linktr.ee/getinweregoinghealing. That's my channel. That's where you can find me. Okay. All right. So I've shuffled all three decks. We're going to call in our guides, and we're going to see what messages come through for today. Angels, guides, ancestors of all those tuning in now and those who will tune in on the replay. Help us get clear guided messages so we know what we need to hear. Thank you, Ashe. All right. Let's find out what our first messages are. What does our collective need to hear today? Okay, Woman Holding a Heart is the first card that comes out with second chakra in reverse on the bottom. There's a feminine energy who wants to offer her heart, but she's disconnected from her feelings right now with the second chakra in reverse. Okay, clarify the Woman Holding a Heart. Okay, clarification is the Page of Pentacles slowing down. Okay, so the woman holding a heart is working on, who wants to offer this love, she's working on applying the things that she has learned at this point. Page of Pentacles is about slowing down so you can apply the things that you've been learning. Okay, clarify this a little more. What have we been learning? Okay, what have we been learning? Okay, that card hit the floor. Hang on. We've been learning. Down goes the fog. Sorry, guys. All right, so in answer to what have we been learning, we have been learning to let go of trickery. Okay, so for a feminine energy, and that's interesting that as I dropped the cards, I don't believe in coincidences. Innocence flipped out. Okay, that's the sun. So that's talking about everything is going to be fine. So there is a feminine energy who is working on giving her heart. She's slowing down so she can apply the things that she's learned. And what is she learning? To let go of trickery, to let go of deception, to let go of anything that she's used to try to manipulate to get her needs met. She's letting that go so that she can offer pure love without the manipulation. Okay, what else do we need to hear? Okay, that card hit the floor. Hang on. Of course it is the happy family. Okay, we have the happy family coming out. So this feminine energy who wants, with the door to spirit in reverse on the bottom. So for this feminine energy who is slowing down and applying the things that she's recently been learning about how not to manipulate, she's doing this because she wants to have a happy family. Okay, she wants to have a happy family. Clarify happy family, please. Okay, experiencing Three of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, so this is a feminine energy who wants a happy family, but she doesn't feel like she's really there. Okay, the Three of Wands card talks about, in this deck, in the Osho Zen deck, it talks about connecting with the tree. She's fully present. She's fully present in the energy of the tree, and she's fully there and experiencing life. When it's in the reverse, it can be things like disassociation. It can be things where you're not really fully present with what's happening in your life. Okay, let's find out clarification here. Clarify Three of Wands in reverse. We have workaholic in reverse. Okay, so yeah, somebody with destiny on the bottom. Okay, so for whoever this is for, this happy family that somebody's trying to achieve, where right now they're not fully present in what's going on, it's because they are learning how to let go of being busy all the time. Workaholic in reverse. So I think for whoever it is that wants to experience more of their family life, who wants to experience more joy and happiness in their family life, this has to do with actually experiencing your life, okay? Not being so busy all the time, not trying to be so busy all the time, so you can actually be present and enjoy. What else do we need to hear? Okay, what else does our collective need to hear today? A lot of cards are half flipping, but not coming. Okay, all tied up with the first chakra in the upright on the bottom. Okay, so for somebody, something that's been keeping you stuck is starting to come loose. Okay, you previously were bound and stuck. I see this almost like the Eight of Swords energy, where you're keeping yourself stuck in a situation because of your own mental stuff. Previously, you were all tied up, bound, felt like you couldn't move anywhere. Okay, but that is coming loose. As you become more stable and secure, that is coming loose. Clarify all tied up in reverse, please. Karmic pattern. Oh no, sorry, that is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, it has to do with divine timing. So something is coming loose. Changes in the reverse on the bottom with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Things are about to change and get shaken up. For whoever this is that things are starting to come loose, it has to do with waiting for the right timing. Okay, it's not going to happen just because you want it to. It has to happen on the divine timing. Clarify the ripeness. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, please. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, we have letting go of guilt. We have recovery in the reverse, still kind of dealing with some stuff, and gratitude. Okay, so the clarification for divine timing. Okay, so this card talks about the fruit doesn't fall from the tree until it's the right time. Okay, that's when the fruit falls, not before because you want it to. Too late. Nothing is ever too late or too early. It's exactly on time. When it's in reverse, it's because it's not the right time yet. And I asked, clarify about the right time. And this has to do with somebody letting go of guilt. I don't know if that's their own guilt or guilt to someone else, but that's still the Eight of Swords kind of energy. Someone is letting go of guilt. Someone is, they're still kind of stuck. They're still not sure how to get out of it because it's recovery in reverse. They're still kind of stuck in it. But it's about focusing on the gratitude, okay? So whatever's happening in your life, if this is resonating for you, okay? Whatever's happening in your life, you've been putting seeds, you've been planting stuff, you've been putting in the work, and you're waiting to harvest all the work you've put in. It's not yet time, and it has to do with the fact that you need to let go of some of the guilt you're carrying. You need to let go and realize that you can recover, okay? And to be focused more on gratitude. I know in my journey, my guides have been telling me of that a lot lately, about focus on how far I've come and not just focus on where I'm going, but having a look at how much progress I've actually made and being grateful for everything. They gave me the song Grateful by Rita Ora the other day. Being grateful for the storms, being grateful for the hard times, being grateful for the challenges, being grateful for the things that did not work out. Rejection is the source's protection, okay? Things that didn't work out, being grateful for them, because if they had worked out, things would be very different. Hi guys, welcome in everybody who's coming, welcome. I hope there's messages here for you. If you are showing up here, there's probably a message here for you. What else does our collective need to hear today? Oh, that's two. All right. We have door to personal healing and happiness and the woman holding a coin, both in the upright. Okay, so somebody is moving into healing and happiness, and it has to do with a feminine who's embracing, I was going to say embracing her physical world, but I just heard somebody's guide say embracing her masculine. Because if you understand the feminine and the feminine energy tends to be the divine, tends to be the greater thing, right? The masculine energy tends to be more focused on the physical world, coin, stability, security, the physical plane, right? So for a feminine energy who's trying to find her healing and happiness, she's focusing more on her masculine energy, her doer energy, the make stuff, get stuff done energy, okay? Let's clarify the woman holding a coin and the door of personal healing and happiness, please. The magician, no, sorry, new vision. I thought it was the magician because I saw the stars. And then I pulled it all the way out. So the hanged one, okay? So the clarification is the hanged one with new vision. Normally the hanged one, I would say, is being stuck in a situation until you see a different perspective. But given that this card is called new vision in the upright, there is a feminine energy who is embracing more of her masculine get stuff done energy because she's seeing something differently now. Clarify new vision, please. Okay. This is wild. I gotta say, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. The clarification for new vision is faith. trusting in the divine, trusting in whatever power you believe in, whatever your faith is, trusting in that. By trusting in that, that's, to me, that screams surrender. It's about surrendering. It's about letting things unfold without feeling like you have to move all the pieces into place. You can just let it unfold the way it's meant to and respond to things that are showing up rather than trying to make them happen. You're not reacting, you're responding. Okay, so when the universe puts something in front of you, because it's asking you to have a new vision, to have faith. So for whoever this feminine energy is, because we've got the woman holding a heart and we've got the woman holding, so this is someone who's learning to balance their love and their thinking. Okay, woman holding a coin can also be a lot about thoughts. It can be about the physical world, things like that. So somebody is creating balance with that. I wanted to mention that on the bottom of this deck is the devil in reverse, but this deck calls it conditioning for the Osho Zen. And what this talks about is this feminine energy is learning to be who she is, because this card talks about a lion who's pretending to be a sheep and cannot figure out why he cannot seem to be accepted by the rest of the sheep. And he's doing his darndest to be a sheep, but he just does not fit in and cannot figure it out until one day he meets another lion who says, well, no wonder you're having trouble because you're not a sheep, you're a lion. And when, as soon as the lion figures out he's a lion and starts acting like a lion, everything gets a lot easier. So it talks about the conditioning. It's about the who you've been told you're supposed to be, who you've been told by society, by family, by friends, whomever, that you are supposed to be a certain way. It is coming in the reverse on the bottom of this deck after we clarified new vision. So for this feminine energy who is a little bit more her masculine, she is learning to let go of trying to be who she thinks she's supposed to be, trying to be who she was told she was supposed to be, so she can actually be who she really is. Congrats! That is a very hard lesson, especially in the world we live in, especially in the type of world we live in with Botox and lipo and injections and fillers and all of these different things that we do to change ourselves to be accepted by other people. That's the thing. When we stop trying to be who we're not, 1, 2, 3, 4 in my time room, when we stop trying to be who we're not, trying to fit every other woman out there, trying to fit who's attractive, trying to fit what society wants, trying to fit what other men want, trying to do all those things. When we stop doing that, we're actually able to be ourselves. And when we are ourselves, why would you want to be anyone else? There is no one like you. There is no other person like you. You are the only one. So try to be you. Stop trying to be who you're not. Okay, let's find out what else we need to hear. Interesting, caring connections is in the reverse on the bottom. This might be that someone is turning away from a relationship right now so they can focus on themselves, is the message I'm getting here. Community in reverse. Okay, somebody's feeling a little bit alone with community in reverse. Oh, I get it. With rest and rejuvenation on the bottom, someone is turning away from being around other people so that they can get rest and rejuvenate a little bit. Okay, let's clarify community. There's what I was looking for. There's the past lives. Okay, this is the conditioning. This is the information that's been passed down to you from generation to generation. So this would be like what your parents told you were supposed to be like because their parents told them they were supposed to be like, and their parents told them they were supposed to be like that, and on and on and on. This card talks about this is the pattern. Okay, and it came in the reverse position into the clarification of community in reverse. So someone is being put alone so that they can let go of these patterns. So they can let go of trying to be somebody they're not, because somebody has had to be really resilient with the courage card. Courage is a strength card. In this deck, they talk about it being a seed that falls between the cracks of the pavement. It's not the right soil composition. It's not the right anything. It's not this plant has no business growing in this environment, and yet, against all odds, this plant is still growing in the cracks of the pavement, enduring even in situations that are not ideal, okay? So this came in here with letting go of old patterns. That was something that I think maybe whoever this is, where they're working on healing, it might be because in the past, you were told that you had to be a certain way. You had to just grind through the difficulties. Even if the situation was hard, you were just supposed to pursue and push and force and make it happen, right? But that's not how it works, okay? From an energetic perspective, it's about alignment. It's not about forcing, it's alignment. Um, Sunils says, getting to know yourself through taking off layers and layers of programs, beliefs, and the way things should be. Yes, yes, that is absolutely it. That is absolutely it. It's letting go of what you think it should be to just be who you are. There's no should. There's somebody telling you what they think you should be. But there's no should. You are not supposed to should anything. You are just you. You are who you are, and you're supposed to be who that is, because who else is going to be you? If you're out there trying to be somebody else, who's trying to be you? Right? Is there anyone else as good as you? You are you. No one else is you. Why are you trying to be like anybody else? Okay, let's get some clarification on this. So, past lives, so letting go of karmic patterns and being resilient as you let go of karmic patterns. Tell me about that. Destiny. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, this is exactly where you're supposed to be with destiny. So this is part of your soul's path. You are right where you are supposed to be. You are doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing. You are meant to be alone right now so you can do the work. You are meant to be alone right now so you can examine, where am I still repeating patterns that aren't mine? Where am I still repeating things that, like, my parents told me? Okay, for example, look at this hair, right? You see this? My mother hated it. My mother had a lot of strong opinions about natural hair, and she had me chemically straightening my hair from the age of 12 until I was in my 30s, until I finally started embracing natural hair. And I only started embracing an afro like a couple of months ago, just to try something new, to explore things that are scary, explore things that I find uncomfortable. Having hair like this is uncomfortable. Anybody who's a black person who was raised in the 80s is going to have feelings about natural hair because it was such a thing. Okay, so my mother had a lot of strong opinions, and my mother, through cultural conditioning, straightened her hair, and I straightened my hair. And when she saw my hair like this, she had a lot of very strong opinions about, it looks like crap, it looks terrible, I can't believe I used to pay to have your hair done, and that's what you choose to do as an adult. All of these things where she was perpetuating these things. I chose to flip it around and to let go and to wear my hair in whatever way I want to, whether that's dreadlocks, whether that's braids, whether that's straightened, whether that's natural defined curls, whether that's an afro, whatever I do with my hair, it is mine to decide what I do with. And that is a thing that required a lot of work on my part, to let go I thought I was supposed to be, so that I could be me. Okay. Hi to everybody joining me. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. I hope that you're getting messages. I hope these are resonating for you. So this is a destiny thing. So you are meant to be by yourself right now. So you can realize that you are struggling through, but surviving things that were hard, things that you are letting go of and moving into a new level. Let's get one more series of cards and get one final message. Don't forget, on the bottom is rest and rejuvenation. So right now you are meant to be resting. You are meant to be doing things that rejuvenate you, that build your spirit back up, that make you feel really good. Okay, let's get one final message. One last message for us. Okay, what are you? Are you serious? Oh my God, I freaking love this. Okay, we got the sun. And you remember earlier a card fell out of nowhere? The sun, and the sun. Okay, the sun is the happiest card in the entire deck. Everything's gonna be great is the meaning of the sun. Everything is going to work out just fine. Two of Cups is on the bottom here, working together with someone romantically. Although this card calls it friendliness, one tree blends into the other, and you find that middle ground in between. Okay, let's clarify the sun, please. Okay, clarification is Ace of Swords in reverse with consciousness. Okay, so the sun with breakthrough and justice on the bottom here in the upright. Okay, so with the sun coming out, everything is going to be all fine, but you can't see that yet. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, with consciousness in reverse, it's unconscious. Unconsciously, you know that everything's going to be okay. Consciously, you might still be stressing out, but unconsciously, you already know everything's going to be okay. Let's clarify this, please. Okay, yeah. Okay, victim in reverse. Okay, so yeah, everything is going to be okay with insecurity on the bottom of the upright. Everything is going to be okay. You're just struggling right now because you don't see that everything's going to be okay because you're kind of stuck in a victim mindset. Yeah, first chakra. That's so interesting. Insecurity is on the bottom here, but first chakra with security upright is on the bottom here. So I think this means that somebody is bouncing back and forth between feeling stable and secure that everything's going to be okay, and then going, but what if it's not? But it's going to be okay. But what if it's not? But it's going to be okay. But what if it's not? Okay, that's normal, especially when you're letting go of this victimhood. Okay, if in the past you were in this victim mindset, now I'm not saying you don't deserve to sit in the understanding of stuff that's happened to you. Okay, stuff happened to you. You might have been a victim of someone else. Yeah, that's okay. That happened. But it's when we sit in this perpetual mindset of being a victim that I can't do anything. I can't save myself. I don't have the strength. I don't have the energy. I don't have the know-how. I don't have the, right? I don't have what I need in order to make some choices. That's the victim mindset. They have to apologize to me because that's the only way I can move beyond it. They have to do this because it's the only way. I'm a victim here. They're the ones who are the villain. When we get caught in a victim-villain story, it's very hard to heal and move forward because we're blaming someone else for the situation that we're in. Remember that in our healing journey, whatever anyone else brings to us, it is for our betterment. It is for our good. Hi, Jess. Good to see you. It all happens when you look at the lesson that brings you back to the self. Yes. See, Jess, I know you would get it. I know you understand this. The idea that we're not victims. It happened to us because it has a lesson there. So we can come back to self. It's a lesson. So we get out of this victimhood. Okay, we stop focusing on the unconscious victimhood and everything gets better. Everything gets brighter. 2222 on my timer. Okay, so for whoever this is, again, breakthrough. Justice will prevail. Okay, you will break through this wall. But again, remember that we saw in the beginning that it has to do with this is slowing down so that you can realize where you might have been manipulating people. Okay, and if you're in a victim mindset, then yeah, you're gonna unintentionally, without the maliciousness, but you're going to unintentionally end up manipulating people to get your needs met if you don't know how to meet your own needs, right? If you don't know how to love yourself, you're going to insist that somebody else love you, and you're going to manipulate to get them to love you because you feel that you are unworthy of love, but they can't prove to you that you are worthy of love. No matter how many people tell you you're pretty, no matter how many people tell you they love you, no matter how many people tell you any of those things, none of that matters, because if you don't believe it, it just feels like lip service. Ask me how I know. Hmm? Because people tell me stuff all the time and compliment me, and I'm just like, oh, they're just being nice. They don't really mean it. They're just being nice. Because I have had to work on my self-esteem. I have had to work on my self-view. I have had to work on my own victim mentality because bad stuff happened to me, and it changed how I viewed myself. And it wasn't until I started loving myself that's when I was actually able to trust that the things people are saying were real. That the vision of me that they were seeing, the qualities of myself that they were seeing were real things. But until I got out of my victimhood that was caught up in my unconsciousness, it was in my mind. It was in my head that I was telling myself these stories. And that means no one outside of me could have changed that because it was in my own head. When I got out of this victim mindset, I was able to see the truth of situations. But it's not until you break through it, until you see you are not a victim. You are not trapped. You are not stuck. Okay? It is only because you think you are that you are. And that puts you in the situation of then, oh no, there's nothing I can do. We haven't seen the magician in here, though that usually is the message there about you have all the tools you need to create the life that you want. It's you who has to decide you want to change. No one can change you. No one can do it for you. It is going to be you who decides this is not working for me anymore and I don't want to do it anymore. This situation is not working for me. This relationship is not working for me. This job is not working for me. This friendship is not working for me. Whatever it is, You have to be the one to say, this is not working. I can't wait for someone else to change to fit what I need. I must change, whether that's change your perspective, change the job, change the situation, change the relationship, set boundaries. Set boundaries is probably the biggest one. The most of the time when we feel like we're being taken advantage of and we get this victimhood, it's because we lack boundaries, because we have not set boundaries. And because we have not set boundaries, people tend to run roughshod over them because they don't know where the line is. We have to enforce our boundary. Now, a boundary is not to make them do what we want. A boundary is to say, hey, that's not okay. I'm not okay with that. I don't want to be talked to like that. I don't want to be treated like that. I don't want to be whatever. To say, hey, that's not cool. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't treat me like that. Don't talk to me like that. This is how I want you to treat me. Talk to me nicely. Give me this, give me that. Treat me kindly. That's how you set a boundary. You cannot enforce it with them to make them do anything. It's what are you going to do? If you said, hey, you can't call me names, I'm not okay with that. I would rather you talk to me kindly, and they continue to do it, then it's okay. Well, if you're going to continue to call me names, then I'm going to choose not to hang out here because I'm not going to hang out with people who treat me badly. And you have to set, and then it's not to shame them, it's not to punish them, it's to protect yourself. That you shouldn't be in situations that make you feel like trash, right? You shouldn't be around people that make you feel trashy. And if you do, then it's time for you to get up and use your feet and walk out the door because nothing's stopping you from leaving. It's your decision. Your body is capable of getting up and moving. So you leave the situation, okay? Let's see what people are saying. Um, Set them and stick to them. Yes, yes, Jesse. Jess, I know you're on this journey. I know you're doing the healing. Set the boundaries and stick to them. People are not going to like it when you first set boundaries because they were taking advantage of you. They were benefiting from you not having a boundary. So when you start saying, hey, I'm not okay with that, people are going to get mad. They're going to call you selfish. They're going to say, oh, well, you're taking away from me. Now you're affecting me. But if they're not looking out for you, who's looking out for you? It's going to have to be you. You have to look out for you. That's the way it works. You look out for you and take care of you. Yes, look out for other people. Yes, take care of other people, but you must take care of you first. You cannot rely on someone else to come and take care of you. You must be you. Okay? So on the bottom of the decks are all, first chakra, staying stable, breakthrough, insecurity. So dealing with your own insecurities. Okay? Dealing with your own insecurities. All right. So I hope that this message found someone. Remember that we saw the happy family. Everything's going to work out. We've seen the sun twice. Everything's going to work out. Okay? Just remember to stay grateful. Grateful for the challenges, grateful for all the things that happen, grateful for the pain, grateful for the lessons, grateful for the rain, grateful for the hard stuff, grateful because they showed you things. The hard stuff showed you stuff. It showed you where your boundaries were being crossed. It showed you where you weren't standing up for yourself. It showed you lots of stuff. It's a blessing. Because if it didn't show it to you, you wouldn't be able to do something about it. You'd be stuck in the same spot over and over and over and over, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Be grateful for the challenges. Be grateful for the guilt. Be grateful for the hard times because they taught you something. Okay? Doesn't mean you want to stay there. But if it hadn't happened, would you still be the person you are now? Would you be who you are now? Those things made you stronger. It worked a muscle. It built the strength in a muscle. It's like lifting a weight. It sucks when you're doing all those repetitions, but then your bicep gets really big and you're like, dang, look at me. I'm so buff. I'm so tough. So it's good. It sucks in the moment, but it is good. All right, guys. I hope that this gave you some insight. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, hit me up. I do them as recordings. I do them as video calls, I do them as phone calls, and I do them in person in my office if you are in my area and you would like to get a reading. If you are not in my area and you still would like to get a reading, send me a message, okay? Hit me up. I'm happy to help. All right, love and light, guys. See you next time. Bye.